Welcome to this 8-part mini-series on communication, on how to get that type of communication that spirals up your results in the world, whether it be for your business, career, or just in your personal life. Either way, this is the series for you. Hello, my name is Pamela Sylvan, and I'm the Mojo Maker. And this is not our usual Mojo tips, but a special addition to this Mojo channel to help you with communication. As you know, communication is a vital part of our lives. We've never really been taught how to do it. I mean, yes, we may have gone on to higher education and gone through Communications 101, but the vast majority of people out there have no clue how to use the entirety of them, whether it be eye contact, their voice, how they read, how they write, how they verbally express themselves to the world at large. In this 8-part miniseries, I want to help break down the mystery behind communication and why we see some people who beautifully go out there and create what I call communication magic. They've got the presence, the charisma, and all that most people desire, while others flounder and just flop badly when it comes their turn to express themselves. Here's something very interesting, though. We all have what it takes to be that charisma maven. We just don't think we do. No one's ever told us that we do, and we may not have taken additional education on how to use the entirety of ourselves. You know, we all think that there are gurus out there that are going to be able to help us be our better selves and take us to the next level. You already have what it takes. It's a matter of unlocking what's already in here. Everything that you need is in here. You have the wisdom, you have the knowledge. It's buried deep. I want to take you through a series that will help you understand more and more what other people already know and you might be missing, and that's why you're missing out on a lot of things that could otherwise be in your sphere of opportunity and experience. So let's talk about today. Today's topic basically surrounds around something that most of you aren't aware of. I call it tension. I'm just going to use the word tension for a minute. What does that mean? You've experienced it in a lot of your interactions already, either through business or personally. And I like to think of it actually, the best example I can think for this particular video right now, without being too risque about it, are comedians. One of my favorite comedians is Dave Chappelle. And the magic of Dave is his ability to engage the audience and pace himself very slowly. He doesn't rush through with his words. He doesn't tell you the punchline and laugh all the way through the joke. He sets you up in a way that you're sort of leaning in, waiting for him to get to the end of the joke. And usually the end of the joke was so obvious you could have seen it coming, but you didn't, because he's so engaging. He uses silence. He builds tension to take you through. And the same thing applies for us. Are we one of those people that we sort of vomit out every last word the minute someone says, "How are you?" Or do you use space and silence and let them project into that space? A lot of people, they are afraid of the silence. Don't be. Take your time. Find your words. Slowly use your words to express yourself. People are intrigued by the mystery of other people. The less words you use in a lot of occasions actually makes the whole of your persona and your presence. You don't have to fill in every silence. The most magical times happens within the gap, happens within the silence. Okay, so learn how to use tension and build the pressure. When someone asks you, for instance, how you are, answer it very slowly. Take a moment to reflect. How are you? Do you just have an automatic response and you say fine? Or do you think about it for a second? And then relate the story very slowly, in a very compelling way, leading in a little bit with full eye contact. Now let's talk about eye contact for a quick second. We're not very good at eye contact, are we? For the most part, you might look at another person very briefly, and then the thing that you do is you look down. It's a very submissive move, by the way. If you're going to look away, look off to the side or look up, but never down. It's a very submissive move. And you're giving the other person unspoken cues that you're nervous, you're very doubtful about yourself, or you're not very valuable. And I know that's not what you want people to know about you or think about you. So if you have to look away, off to the side, or of course, look up. Okay? Eye contact, very important. Again, we have not been trained how to look at each other. For some reason, we think it's very impolite to look at each other. Now, yes, there is staring, and that's a totally different topic. But today, this is about engaging. I see you, you see me. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Learn how to use it. So a quick exercise for you would be, you're walking down the street and you see a stranger coming towards you. Now, they would not have seen this video, so they may not understand that you're trying to do an eye contact exercise. But if they're willing to play, look at them. See who looks away first. Make sure it's not you. It will be uncomfortable. Sit in your uncomfortable state. This is practice. All right, just how I have to come on this video and practice how to talk to you every day. Practice looking at people. And if you have to break the tension for whatever reason, look off to the side or look up, not down. Looking down is a submissive move. You lose. Okay? Now, this all might sound very manipulative, but it's not. It's the unspoken cues we give to the world about how we feel about ourselves. Communication is a huge indicator about how you feel about you. And you are inadvertently giving away those cues to other people by the things you do or don't do. So, today on today's video, learn to build that tension. Don't give everything away. Learn how to tell a story, and that's going to be a video in this series, is how to tell enticing stories. But build space. Let the silence grow to the point where the other person is intrigued. What are you going to say next? They might even start moving in a little bit. But do not ramble on ad nauseum. People run away from people like that. I know I do. I start looking over your shoulder to see who else I can engage with. So use the silence and build tension, just like the great comedians do. If you don't know Dave Chappelle, check him out. He's pretty funny. Eye contact. Learn to look at each other. Build tension and uncomfortable spaces that way, not to the point where they'll want to run away from you, but build it up and then release them. You might want to look off to the side. You might want to take a step back if you feel that they're getting uncomfortable. But whatever you do, do not look away and do not look down. Okay, off to the side or up top. That way people will think you're looking for your words or a thought came to you. But when you look down and you break eye contact and you break the connection and you break the moment, the we space I call it, you lose when you look down. Okay, so 2 things for you to consider. Go out into your day today. Find somebody to engage some really good eye contact with and feel how you feel in that moment. Are you uncomfortable? Good. Means you need a little bit more practice. But don't make them too uncomfortable. If you're putting too much pressure on them, they will want to step aside from you or look away from you. And especially in business, it's not the signal you want to convey to your partner or whoever you're dealing with. You don't want to make them uncomfortable to the point they don't want to deal with you anymore. So this is practice. It's about balance. What kind of pressure are you putting out there on people? And when I say use the word pressure, it's in a good way. You're not trying to manhandle or manipulate. You just want to sort of give and take. Other people will need more pressure than others. There are people that are going to be stronger than you. Engage them. See how you measure up internally and with your essence around those people. You know who they are. Those are the people you consider to be gurus. You've put them up on a pedestal like an object, and you feel that you don't stand up or are worthy enough to them. You are. You just haven't practiced it yet. Okay, so this is our first video in our 8-part video on communication. I'm Pamela Sylvan, and I'm a publicist, and I help my clients be seen and get out into the world in a more powerful and more perfect, not perfection, but in a more perfect way. So if you want to continue on how to spiral up your emotional power, and I use power all the time because it is power, it is secrets right in front of us, but most people don't know about it. Stay tuned for more. It gets even more exciting than this. Put the pressure on, help them release, help them release, and use your eyes. Bye for now.